channel. If you're new here, my name is Brittany, also known as Brit or Nerdy Girl Crochets. I love to paint safety eyes as well as crochet plushies. Today I'm going to be talking about a very special person in my life. I've definitely mentioned her on my channel before, as well as featured her. I often refer to her as Mama Nerdy. But with Mother's Day just around the corner, like today is, what is today? Thursday? So Mother's Day is on Sunday. With it right around the corner, I just made her a gift last night, and I'm just so excited. I definitely knew I wanted to kind of like share the process a little bit and just take a moment to kind of like talk about how important she is to me. Like if you've connected with me on either like Instagram or anything, you know that my mom is somebody who is like a pivotal person in my life. My mom and my sisters, just any of my family really, like I'm very fortunate to have really close relationships with my family. Just like, yeah, my immediate family, they're like everything to me. But yeah, the bond I have with my mom is extra special. She's just, I joke all the time, I'm like, she's just an angel of a human, precious, like protect her at all costs. She's the absolute best. And I feel like anytime I gift her anything, which I've said before on the channel, but gifting is like my favorite part of crochet, especially when I'm gifting to my loved ones, because I feel like they always appreciate it. But anytime she gets something from me, you can just like tell she's so appreciative. So I absolutely love giving her stuff. And I was just so excited to make this for her. And there's a little bit of backstory why it's going to be exciting. I don't think she'll see it coming. So I did document a little bit of me working on it last night, but I'm going to show you what I made her. So I ended up making her, this is a drift octopus. This is by the crochet carpenter, Erin. So it's kind of funny. My mom actually has like an Instagram account. She doesn't post it consistently on there or anything, but she follows a lot of my friends. And there have been like many times she had seen like the anchor pattern. And if you're not familiar with anchor, it's like the big octopus, and it's got the cool like long tentacles and everything. And when I went and visited with my friends at the Texas Crochet Weekend Retreat, Aaron was making anchor because he's like wicked fast and really good at that pattern. And Kendall had us each each make a tentacle for like a group anchor. And I mean, at that point I was already like, I don't ever want to make an anchor. It just looked like a lot. And typically I'm not into sea creatures. I'm just going to be completely honest. Like I said, I'm more so into like characters and like dragons. But anyway, when I made that tentacle, it took me so long, and I just was like, oh no, the tentacle itself, just making the one took me forever, and it was so tedious that I was like, my mom had mentioned anchor and like showed photos all the time, and I was like, sorry, hard pass, that's never gonna happen, Mom. I'm just going to be completely honest with you. Like in the past, I had like tricked her into thinking I would never make her a unicorn because the hair is tedious, which it is, but I knew I'd be willing to make it for her. But the anchor, I was like, hard pass, I'm sorry, but no. Unicorns I was able to get past because I think they're cute, and so I was willing to do the tedious hair because they're cute, and I knew it made my mom happy. But oh my gosh, after making the one tentacle for anchor, I was like, I hate this. So mad props to anybody who makes them on repeat, because I was like, this is so tedious and I hate it. I'm like the person where I love dragons, so I'm like willing to do like the 4 legs, but I don't like to make the same piece like over and over. So even 4 legs, I'm kind of like, I'm ready to be done by the 4th leg. So anyway, she had kept pointing out drift because I believe she follows Erin. I want to say she does. And she's like, wow, it only took him 24 minutes. And I was like, yeah, Mom, that's because he's like a wizard. He's so fast with the crochet hook. I was like, it wouldn't take me that long. anyway, I was like, I have heard it's a fairly quick pattern, and I was just like, yeah, it's really cool. I love how he did the tentacles. I was talking to her about it. I do think it's really cool. So anyways, I was just so excited. I was like trying to think of what I want to make her this year, because I actually have time to make her a gift. And I'll dive into that a little bit, because last year when I think about it, I'm kind of like, I have some sad things, and I'm gonna like touch into that, because I want to touch into like why I feel like balance in the crochet world is so important. But anyway, I was so excited I finally had time this year to make somebody so special in my life a gift, like a handmade gift, on a day that is to celebrate them. But anyway, I was trying to think of like, what should I make my mom, And then all of a sudden it dawned on me. I was like, oh my gosh, she has mentioned octopus so many times. Why don't I make her one of those? And then it was just like, yes. Now originally my plan was to do sweet snuggles. And I swore I had like a skein of like pink and purple, because if you know my mom, like those are her colors, like that's her thing, pink and purple. And she really loves like bright colors, and the sweet snuggles is not super bright anyway. And I was just like looking through my big yarn, and I was like, oh my gosh, I didn't even know I had this color. I was like, that's my mom. Like my mom is bright purples, pinks, everything. And then because it's big yarn, I was able to use some of the eyes she loves. These are the Reawakening eyes from my recent drop. And she came over and like looked at all the eyes before I did the drop, and these were some of her favorites. And I was like, oh my gosh, I can use them on her Mother's Day gift. So she'll have a little piece of some of the eyes she loves from me, and then just a piece like an octopus that she's been wanting a long time. I'm rambling. Moral story is, I'm so excited to give this to her. She is just such an incredible person. She's amazing. I can never say enough amazing things about my mom. Like, she's just like my safety net, person I go to in good and bad times, and I'm just lucky. So, yeah, if you have a good relationship with your mom, make sure she feels loved every day, and for Mother's Day. So one thing I do kind of want to talk about is just like, so I've talked about before, like when I first started pattern testing, it was like a little addicting, you're like connecting with people in the community, and it feels so good to be chosen. Like, I think we can all agree with that. It feels good to belong and everything. But typically once you get your name out there and you're starting to test, it's just hard, and it's hard to like not want to apply. You almost have this feeling of like FOMO, fear of missing out, and all these things. And then you can find yourself in this position where every single week you have multiple tests and multiple deadlines, and it's just hard. Like, I have a full-time job and all these things, and I was testing 6 to 9 patterns a week for 7 months straight, and I just remember just constantly being stressed out, not having enough sleep, not spending time with my husband, not spending time with my family, always having to take yarn every single place I would go, and frequently out loud being like, I have to do this because I'm not going to make this deadline. And just this like internal voice being like, you have to do these tests or you're going to let these people down. And that is just such a sad place to be in, because I get it. When you're first testing, there is that like exciting component, like you're just connecting and it feels so good, and it is so fun to like help out other artists, but looking back, I wish I could have seen that and seen all the times that I had, like, to be honest, cried and stuff, because it was so stressful. Like, trying to balance all those deadlines and the stress, and my family is such a big part of who I am, and like not seeing them, or when I did see them, like I can't even be present because I'm too busy stressing out about these pattern tests and these deadlines. So I was always crocheting whenever I was with them, and my wrists, oh my gosh, my wrists were killing me. And it's like, Now you'll probably hear me say all the time, like, my wrists are hurting, I'm taking a break. That is so important for longevity purposes, like physical health. I don't know, I'm just big on, like, you need to take care of your mental and your physical health. And I'm now able to identify that, you know, all those deadlines and everything, they were so bad for my mental health. And so I really encourage people, please take care of yourself. You know, people will still care about you and know you're a good person, even if you're not testing every single pattern of theirs, you know, like that does not identify who you are as a person or an artist, you know. Unfortunately, I've just gotten to the point where I think I stress myself out so much for that time period that now, if I have deadlines, it really puts me in a bad place. Now, I'm not trying to like deter people away from pattern testing. I think it is great. I love the sense of community it is, but I just urge you to really be realistic with yourself, because now when I go to apply for a pattern test, I really take into consideration, do I have the time? Do I have anything going on with my family that week? What's my schedule look like? What's my work schedule look like? Do I have days off from work leading up to the due date? Because you never know what's going to happen. You don't want to be in that position where you're constantly grinding and crunching and stressing about a deadline. I'm sorry. It is so much. And we are only human, you know? And I have just felt so much better ever since, like, you know, this is supposed to be fun. And I just was constantly like, go. And it's just a lot. And that's a lot. So, yeah, I want to use this channel to show off the things that I love about crochet, and also just like be real with you guys, because I have learned so much in like just the first year that I had my Instagram, where I was sharing my work and where I just overdid it way too much, you know. And also it's like you know, with pattern testing, if you're feeling like you can't ever make what you want to make, it's not that those tests are not things that you want to make, but I remember when I was constantly testing, I had all these different things that I was like, I want to make this, or I'd be buying patterns. I could never make them because all I ever did was test. And so I just urge you to listen to your heart and like just take care of your mental health. And if you know, if you're not spending time with like your friends and family or sleeping, if any of this sounds like you, please take care of yourself. But I don't want people to reach the point that I did of just incredible burnout and crash, you know. It's a lot. And last year when Mother's Day came around, I was in that position and I felt so sad and defeated because I love my mom, and I remember I wanted to make her something and just being like, and that broke my heart, because gift giving is my favorite. I want to make my loved ones things. I think if you've watched some of my other videos, you know that. Like, that's what fills my cup. And so yeah, getting to make this guy, picking the colors, the patterns, everything, knowing it was for her, that meant a lot. And last year, I didn't have the chance to do that. I couldn't do that. So I just encourage you, please do not wear yourself thin. There are people in the community who know that, you know, you're a wonderful artist and love to see what you create. Pattern tester. I can't wait to give this to my mom. I'm just so happy to be kind of free of those stressors, so I now have the time to make personalized gifts for my loved ones. 3/4 of a brand new skein of the Burnout Extra, and I used a 10mm hook. Now, mind you, that could be a little bit different just because with tension differences and all of that. But yeah, I was pleasantly surprised that it didn't take like a full one. Still like a decent chunk left. It is officially Mother's Day, so I'm just kind of like gathering the few things I got from my mom all together before I head over there. I'm lucky because I live 10 minutes from my family, and it is so nice. Like, I mean, I've always lived relatively close to them, but given how close our bond is, it's so nice that they're only like 10 minutes away. It's so quick that I can just like pop over there. Anyways, I'm just gonna pack up the stuff I got her for Mother's Day, and I already told her I want to film her reaction, so like, be ready, Mom. But I did get her this hook. This is from Molly and Me video. Yeah, so I reached out to Samantha, that's who is the business owner, to have her make my mom an Eeyore hook, and this is a size 7. Yeah, she kept the like 7 of them. Because like I've made my mom beaded hooks and she absolutely loves them, but 7s are really hard to bead. Like I can do it, but it's really hard on my hands and just difficult. So I was like, my mom does need a bigger hook because she really likes to work with like big twist plush and everything, and I just worry about her wrists. So I was like, okay, she needs a bigger hook. I want her to have a cute one. And then I was like, Eeyore and flowers and purple and pink, and I was like, that's what she needs. So yeah, that's what I ended up asking for, and it's just so cute. I don't think my mom will see that one coming, so I wanted to show you guys, and I'll re-bubble wrap that before I put it into the bag. Like, sorry, Ma, you're just gonna get one of my Spidey reusable bags, because what I got right now. So yeah, I got the hook for her. Of course, we all know about massive drift. I'm just so excited to give her drift. Like, how did I already misplace it? Oh my gosh. And then I am going to give her a copy of Jenna's book because, you know, one of my videos, my mom was like, no, I don't need another hobby, but it's like she had a tote full of little plushies, and she's always like, if you find cute little makes that are easy for me, let me know. And I've been telling her about this book. She's looked at it when she's come over before, and I was like, right now I just feel like my mom will enjoy this so much. So yeah, I got her a copy of this, and I just think it's perfect for her. So Mama Nerdy's going to get a copy of Jenna's book. I think it's so cute. So I just love that my mom and I can connect like over crochet. You know, she taught me the double crochet, and then I've been able to teach her a little bit of amigurumi, and it's just so fun. But yeah, I'm really excited to spend some time with her and my sisters and Dad today. It's just gonna be really fun, and we do have reservations tonight at a super good Mexican restaurant. So overall, it's gonna be a good day, and I'm super excited to get her reaction to her Mother's Day gift on camera. So hang out. I will be definitely getting that here soon.
I have a lot of yarn that I've been needing to get to my mom, and so I'm like, meh, I'll just put it in with her gift too. It'll help like buffer everything else, and so the bag doesn't look so empty, but I'm just gonna put drift right on top of it, so at least you'll see like the gift portion first, or at least that's my hope. The bag is definitely like bursting at the seams, but at least you can tell just like by opening it that that's an octopus.
This was like a Christmas gift, and I was doing pretty good. Like, it was a surprise. Like, Christmas Day, I had put like the parts that I had done into a box with a note that said like work in progress. I was like waiting on eyes and just not able to finish it before Christmas Day. Like, I had done handmade gifts for almost like all of my immediate and like local extended family, and it was just a lot. I have a big family. Yeah, it was awesome because I love to gift. Like, that's my favorite thing that I've, as I've mentioned, but man, trying to make it for that many people, I'm not gonna lie, was really hard on me, like mentally and physically. Like my poor wrists were just, they were feeling it. So anyways, I had started my mom's gift like a couple days before Christmas, and I just wasn't able to finish it, like between my work schedule and everything. And then I was doing good about keeping it a secret, and she came over one day and walked in and saw it, and I was like, oh god, I ruined the surprise. So anyway, I'll show you. It's a reindeer dragon. So cute. I still need to sew the, I don't know, the holly leaves and the little like cherries onto the tail. I do have them done. They just need to be sewn. But the real kicker was I bought these little like Christmas lights, and they're so cute. I truly thought if I just used a big sewing needle, I'd be able to like sew them around. Because Kendall had used these in like around Christmas time on some of her plushies, and so I just assumed like she must have sewn them on. She's like, no, I had to go and like glue them on. That is crazy. That's gonna take so long. Worth it. It's gonna take a long time. So once my mom saw it and the surprise was ruined, I was like, Mom, I'm just gonna bring it over one day, and while we're socializing and chit-chatting, I'm going to be gluing the lights on, just because I do a lot better with like the little minuscule tasks when I'm with other people versus by myself. So anyway, I'm like, you can even see the eyes, those are by Crafted in Dragonfire. She's just so sweet and talented, and I always love her patterns. I've made a couple of her designs for my mom, and I'm excited for her to have like a Christmas specific one and a dragon. So anyway, I'm gonna finally take this to my mom's house and try and finish it while I'm hanging out there for Mother's Day.
See, this is, I don't know, Papa Nerdy? I don't know what to call him. This is my dad. He's Jim Garage Boys. He has a channel and he's super cool. He's also the man who introduced me to Spider-Man. So, you know, they don't call me the Spidey Queen for nothing, and it's all thanks to him. So, you can wave hi, Dad.
Hi, everyone.
Okay, it is starting to rain, so we're gonna hurry up. Mama Nerdy needs to open her gift, her Mother's Day gift. And I've got my sweet niece here. She's going to help out. And Theo.
I know you didn't want to do it, but I do love it. What? I did not see that coming.
That was my hope.
Look at baby and my octopus have been asking to play.
Isn't even the exciting part.
Oops.
Careful.
Oh, hold on.
Like, of course, it starts raining.
Oh
It's
my
so
gosh.
cold out here.
I was asking you for this. You were already in the mix of it.
So this is my friend Erin's pattern you kept pointing out with octopus.
I love
And
it.
I made it in the big yarn with the eyes. You really like this.
Oh my gosh, I love it.
Let's shift over real quick because it is raining, but you have one more
Yes.
thing to open up.
I do? Oh.
I was very excited to finally make you the octopus.
Oh, I've wanted him for a while, and you said you didn't want to make one.
Well, you know.
Aw, thank you, my baby. Okay. Let me put this in here. Thank you, my love. Oh, God, it's so soft.
Oh
Okay.
yeah, it's really starting to come down. Here.
Oh! Oh, is that a... Oh, wow. Molly, you made this. I can't get to it, but it's beautiful. I can already tell.
I was like, yeah, once you get through that tape, you'll be able to get
Oh,
through it.
wow. She did a great job. Oh, it's Eeyore. Thank you, baby.
I can't do bigger hooks, but I was like, you should
I had an amazing Mother's Day, and I hope that you guys did too. It was so fun getting to surprise my mom with an octopus that she's wanted for so long. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!